Ziggity Zig back with the Friday Faff. This is a submitted game from Bomdagor. I think this one is actually referred to as Long and Crazy Game. This is between Bomdagor over here on the left-hand side of... Where the crap are we? We are in... No, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me. And you're not going to tell me. Excellent. I have no idea what one this one is. But we're up against KsPMind, who is in the clan TKS. I mean, okay, so Bomdagor is Bomdagor's name, right? And he's in the clan NXG. Fair enough. KsPMind, do you go by Mind, and you're in the clan KSP, but you're actually in the clan TKS? So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I have no idea what's going on there. So I'm going to just make fun of KsPMind. KsPMind? Let's just go with Mind, because KsPMind sounds like it's just going to be a long thing to say. Now, like I said, this one is called Long and Crazy Game, so this one's actually extremely long, so I am going to challenge myself, where instead of going on faster speed, it's going to be faster times 2. Do you think I can commentate this entire thing in faster times 2? We're going to find out right now. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm totally ready. I'm absolutely ready for this, so here we go. Bomdagor starting out with, I mean, it does look pretty basic macro. No cheese on either side, because... And for whatever reason, we're also not getting any sort of wall off here by Mind, because I can't even assume why. Oh, wait, now I know why. It's going to be a fast expand. Booyah! Command center on approximately 15, 14, 15, 16. Bum has absolutely no idea what's going on here at all, because there's no scouting as of yet. Neither of these two have begun scouting. Oh, there goes KSP. I'm going to call him KSP. Damn it, I'm trying to call him Mind because he's got a stupid name. So Mind is moving out with a Terran SCV on the way over to do a little bit of scouting. Now, the thing is, you can you can theoretically avoid the scouting just because you know exactly where the other person is. So we're scouting in most levels, especially my level, the lower levels, then you know where the other person is to it. But oh, look at that! Well done with Bomdagor taking out the scout. So there's one fewer, well, mining worker that you can have over here over at KsPMind. Going from the bunker. So there we go. We're into, and now we've got 3 barracks already. Not quite as much going on over here in Bomdagor's base, where it's just getting the warp gate at the moment. However, the move out with the basic kind of 4 gate, but this is really early pressure right here. I think it might actually be kind of a fake rope-a-dope sort of 3 stalker rush type thing, except not just not having enough gas, but getting double gas at the moment. And Mind with double gas at the same time. But here we go. Bomdagor getting past that initial bunker and then decides that, oh, you know what? This Marine, I'm not doing too well with this whole bunker here thing, which gives me an additional armor 400. I'm going to stand over here by my total self and wait for my friends to show up. And here come my friends, and they're going to come over here, take out. So we got a number of kills over here by this initial, initial force that takes out 3 SCVs. The repair work begins. That would have been pretty big right there, because that would be 400 minerals down for Mind if Bomdagor was able to take that out. Did not end up with that, but now we're into a 3-gate robo-style situation with the mothership core, and there goes the warp prism coming out of the robotics facility, which is probably going to come over here and do a little bit of damage. The Twilight Council's heading down at the same time. Not sure if this is going to be for tech or just units. Could be working on either Blink or just moving up to getting additional upgrades as far as +2, +3, that type of thing, or moving on into even just Archons and Templar. But meanwhile, over here in Mind's base, we've got a whole lot of things going on. +1, Marauders, Marines, it looks like, and an engineering base, so it's going to be high-tech type thing. We got a factory, no starport just yet, so obviously not kind of an MMM type thing, but there goes the stalker on its way down. And over here in the corner, you do barely just see a few units out here and a few more warp-ins. Any kind of warp-ins? No, because it seems like no. Bomb still got a little bit available to get any damage done with his supply. So not supply blocks, so was able to warp in a few more things, but I think maybe it may just have run out of any kind of economy, because the worker supply is a little bit lower on Bomdagor's side than on KsPMind's. But managing to keep sight of things, so Bomb's view is actually kind of limited, not knowing what's going on, but possibly clicked on that to find out that that was a starport. Mind, getting a little bit wise to the situation, decides to put down a missile turret, and this missile turret will probably be finished, oh yes, well in time for Mr. Warp Core, or, sorry, Warp Prism to be on its way over here, but the Warp Prism decides, no, stop! My spider senses are tingling. I can tell there's a missile turret over here, so I'm just gonna stop. Also, I think I forgot to pack anybody in me. So it's just going to hang out over there. This observer is just sitting over here for the invisible units which usually come up the front door, such as cloaked banshees or ghosts. I'm not quite so sure the cloaked banshees usually come up the front door, but it is a good detection against ghosts if you're watching your minimap. Meanwhile, Bomdagor moving up to take a third. Excellent idea. Mostly because Bomdagor has a ridiculous amount of, well, no, I'm not going to say a ridiculous amount of money because I just realized how much money Mind has, and that is just a stupid amount of money. So what is going on over here in the EPM side of things? Actually, that's not too much higher up than where I'm at. So Bomdagor managing to get, wow, look at that. Here's, okay, taking out the Zelnaga in the middle. There's an observer at the door. There's this warp prism here, and another observer down at the southern end of the base. Oh, a little bit of micro going on over there by Mind, trying to get rid of that one zealot. So two marauders to take out one zealot. Kind of an overkill type thing. Now, the cool thing about this in Bomdagor's mind is that there is, oh, actually, neither of them know about each other's third bases, but Mind doesn't even know about a single expand by Bomdagor. Does not have any idea what's coming at him, but at the moment, not all that much. There's the Templar Archives. Storm research. So Storm is ready to start doing a little bit of damage, and here comes this. Now, luckily, Bomdagor was able to see that with the Observer down here, so is able to do something about this. However, it was a very large force, so while having taken that out, Templars definitely going to polish that up, so he was able to defer that attack, defend against that particular attack with Sight moving on down at the same time. But this Warp Prism is now moving in to try to get rid of, I'm not quite so sure what's going on down here, because it sort of looks like it's going to be DTs coming down. So the DTs move in, make a little bit more, put a little bit more hurt down on Mind's units. The worker supply is still pretty high up in KsPMind. This particular base has 22 workers on it out of 15. Oh, because he's I see, because he's running out of minerals, so that's why that's there. That just seemed like a strange number. This planetary fortress is now up into the front. There's a lot of movement going on here on Bomb's mind, where he's moving around quite a lot of his units. There comes the Observer, there comes the War Prism. We're all heading back home to secure themselves back up with the army. Look at Mind's score. It's actually, the supply is up to 169. Look at this, is a ridiculous amount. We're now up to +3/+3. Bomdagor's only up to armor 3, weapons 2 has just started, so there's a few different things on the way, and trying to get past this whole supply cap at 117. He's now 50 supply down, so Mind definitely at a bit of an advantage right now, just in fact of numbers, because the worker supply is a little bit over top, so the income is probably showing that particular discrepancy. And yes, you can see the harvesters are now 69 over 45 or so. I looked at that really quickly, so I'm not entirely sure, but now it comes to be an MMM, where we've got the Marines, Marauders, Medivacs moving out over top of the entire thing, but Bomdagor taking base after base after base. So this group right here is still just scanning as he moves forward, not checking for a third or a fourth base, just looking and trying to see what's going on. These storms are definitely going to keep Mind out of Bomdagor's base, because those storms are just so frightening for these squishy little bio units. But it's okay, because Big Brother Medivacs are going to come in and heal everyone at the same time. Widow Mines are moving their way into the base, trying to just get a little tiny foothold going up the ramp, but no, all these storms, well-placed storms, are just moving their way in, totally outnumbered. Mind is now at a maxed out army, so the Death Ball has moved in, but Mind has no idea of how many bases Bomb actually now has on the go. Actually, I think Bomb does know about that one. So Bomb is just keeping Mind out of the base. I'm still keeping it at faster times too, because it's just so much fun. And look at that, these storms are just ruining this army right here, but at the same time, Mind is rebuilding at the door. So Bomb is sort of chasing Mind over to the right-hand side, back to the base camp of Mind. And now it looks like there's quite a lot more squishy units here. The Templars are not quite here yet, but it's taking care of a fair number of this, a of this army, and now it evens out just in seconds. We're down 93, we're only a few over, and then the Archons coming in to sweep up the remainder of the mess once they run out of energy. This is probably what Bomdagor has been mentioning a few things just sort of on my channel about matches that I play where I think that I've got enough for High Templar, but I'm not quite in the right shape for it. So, here comes the remainder of a few more probes up to the top. The third expansion, the fourth base of Bomdagor. There's a little bit more going on over here where the Warp Prism has laid down a few more zealots who are trying to make a small push in here towards Mind's central hive core, but for some reason here's where the SCVs are being rallied to over there, because yeah, that happens. But a few more units, no, I thought I saw a few units packed into that Warp Prism. Does not appear to be the case. There is now a fourth base on the way up here for Mind. Bomdagor taking out this middle Zelnautica tower so he can get a bit more vision on things. This observer staying down bottom. A few more units moving up front. Sticking to the Templar. This Warp Prism is slightly high and up out of the way, but it would be nice if Bomdagor could see that this base was being taken if he just were to move down, because otherwise Bomdagor has excellent map awareness for this unit up here. But here comes the full midway value of the full army of 200 over 100. So it has twice the size of Bomdagor's army, but Bomb is now just trying to resituate himself as being chased down by these scanners. But for whatever reason is still not spotting these other units, or these other bases. And Bomdagor keeping his army very, very mobile. Oh, getting sniped at by these ghosts. Possibly cloaked ghosts, can't quite tell at this point. I'm going to move some of this crap out of the way because it's really hard to kind of do it at 2x speed. Not sure what's going on with the Stargate. Doesn't appear to be building anything at the moment. A little bit paranoid about drops over here. The drops can always go around. There is the Dark Shroud. I didn't quite see that come down. But the army sizes, Bomb just now needs to catch up a small amount. The income is still favoring Mind, but Mind has no idea what to do with Mind's money, because at the moment it seems like the Widow Mines are still at 0 for vehicle plating, so there's no upgrades on vehicle. All the bio units do seem to have a 3-3 upgrade, so there's no tech being done on the starport, I don't think, no tech being done on the factories, and so that just seems to be a waste of resources, especially given the fact that he has a ridiculous amount of money that could just be researching all of these things. The Widow Mines could come in and drop everything, taking out one, not two of the only one of 3 of the medevacs that come in here to drop in this base, but there's not really anything going on. This is only getting a small amount of gas, and I don't think there's any gas in here to be taken. Trying to take down the Dark Shrine, but that does not happen, and now we are almost at Bomdagor is caught up insofar as the supply count. Can see what's going on over here. Could see if this Warp Prism were to move slightly further, but it looks like Mind has taken both the Zelnautica towers, but both players are on, I believe, 5 bases as we speak. Here is, yep, but this base is completely mined out as well. So as far as the income goes, it now looks like Bomdagor has taken a bit of a lead. And now these zealots are going to take down this debris in order to maintain, or to gain a 6th base. Here comes another drop over here by Mind, who's going to come into the, well, I'm not even going to try to count, and this is going to be quite detrimental. We're up to we have 14 workers on this base, and now we're down, so a few kills down there. They decide to take out the defenses, which is going to be a couple of pops of some cannons. The remainder of the workers just sort of run out of there, and now it's going to be Zealot time to run in here and get caught in behind these units. Bomb is trying to move a few probes back and forth out of the way, but the income tab is still showing that Bomb is definitely still in a bit of an advantage. Manages to warp in a couple of the Dark Templar in order to do a little bit of damage there, and some more Dark Templar in one of the expansions by Mind to come in against the Planetary Fortress. This Warp Prism has finally figured out what is going on and what can be done. Splits up the Dark Templar to attack both bases at the same time. Lots of scans going down here by Mind because this huge army's on its way in, and what the hell is this? A Hellbat? Just, yep, you know, random Hellbat because aliens. Which is actually probably exactly what happened. And oh my goodness, I need to take a drink of water. This is just such an intense game. It looks like just in the left-hand side of my field is going to wander the entire army of Bomdagor with the mothership cloaking all of these units, as well as a mothership oracle. Not quite sure what's going on there, but this top base is being taken out. They snipe the Nexus. Mind troops snipe the Nexus. We're at 200 army, just about both on either side, which is going to be a disadvantage to Mind because Mind was kind of losing the army-to-army engagements even when his army was twice the size of Bomdagor. So this is what happens when you leave 2 Marines in the Xel'Nagan's tower. He's just to say, oh, you know, a couple of Marines are going to take out this giant army. I mean, what is he going to do? Is he gonna ramp up his army to 200 supply? I don't think so. Here comes a scan on the cloaked units by the Mothership Corps, but you know what? When you do a scan on the Mothership, just to find out how many units are below it, you probably want to send in more than 2 to try to take it out. Here we go. Here's more than 2 units. Here's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3. I count 4. So 4 units coming in. Just a ridiculous amount of combat. It's not combat, it's scanner sweep. I think it's scanner sweep, but I can't quite be sure. There's the army supply. Bomdagor is definitely out in front right now. Both of them sitting on Facebook money. This army running back home to Mama, even though they've got Mamas 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lots of Mamas all over the place, and then there's a Mama ship. It's a very matriarchal game where it's just the kind of the running home to Mama in both directions. But lots of bases all over the map, and it looks like Bomdagor has lost access to this base up here at the top, but the income is still showing. Oh, it was showing an advantage for Bomdagor, but now it's leaned back in towards Mind's style, where we now got Terran ship weapons, the ship weapons level 3. So the amount of upgrades here. Now these are 333 versus 3 units. I believe the ships are about the same. No, the ships are at nothing. We're managing to get, doesn't appear to be a couple things. Ah, there we go. So Protoss weapons, the air weapons, I think that was air weapons. Yep, so we're getting some air weapons there. So a few of the upgrades are still continuing on. In fact, we'll have a look at the upgrades panel because bam. Oh no, wait, that's not the upgrades panel. I'm gonna take a minute and take a look at the upgrades. Holy crap! That's a huge amount of upgrades. So we've got Air 1, shields, charge. I'm not seeing blink. I'm seeing psionic stored, gravitation catapult, because you want to catapult your gravity all over the place. That's cool. Terran weapons, ship, and blah blah bling bling blah. Here start to come some carriers. And it looks like it's a 200 army maxed out again for KsPMind on a ridiculous amount of money. Finally managed to take care of some of that money. Finally managed to go and invest it in the right areas, get it into stocks, bonds, blue chips, and Marines. So the Marines are coming across with their investments, and they're going to trade portfolios and say, well, you didn't invest in Apple back in the 1980s, so you're not going to do all that well. And here they come. 3 at a time, ghosts coming in to take out with more scanner. I've never seen so many scans. I don't know what they think they're going to take out, but it seems like they're really worried about ghosts. No snipes on those High Templars. That would have been detrimental. Well, not detrimental, because at this point there's such a large army going back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. Not actually mining up in the 6th base. That one's just kind of a, I don't know, a fake base. But numerous bases down here, and KsPMind is mined out of 1, 2, 3 mined out bases. Almost mined out of a 4th. There's very little left. So it looks like rebuilding that 200 army is not going to be quite as big. Carriers, Templars, charge lots, 3 charge lots. Trying to take care of a little bit of business here. A 140 army versus a 200 army, and Bomdagor is still showing them where to go. These units are just getting out of hand, mostly insofar as there are no, well, actually, there's a few Ravens coming down now. So there's no battle cruisers. There's no sort of getting into the end game for Mind, despite the fact that Mind has been able to almost stay at a consistent 200 level supply army. I can't get over that. Bomdagor just sort of wandering between 200 sometimes and 140 other times. Staying in this game, the EPM average is, okay, that's a bit more like it. Spending, I did not mean to hit that, I meant to hit D. There we go. So up in the 200s average for EPM. Effective. What does the P stand for? APM. Actions per, yeah, effective actions per minute. I know what that means, because ploppity ploppity plop. I'm not quite sure what that is. That was kind of some sort of work down there. But there go the storms, once more into the storms. And now Bomdagor takes a bit of a lead there, and the charge lots go in after the storms to take out a fair amount more. And just look at those numbers run quite a bit down, and that is the units killed 507. So not really a workers killed game, but the Tempests are now running their way in. Tempest Void Rays, there's a few carriers in there, and for some reason we're still at only Terran weapons level 1. So the upgrades just did not ever happen for Mind, and Mind is definitely at quite a bit of a disadvantage right now. Only on 2 bases. 1 mining base, no mining bases. There are no mining bases. There is absolutely no income going on right now for Mind, and that is GG. If you pop back over to the income,
Bomdagor is still managing to do something about that. I'm not sure where all of that money went. All of the money seemed to go into these production facilities where there were so many production facilities. I'm going to double click on some more barracks. 1, 2, 17 barracks. 17 barracks. That's a lot of barracks if you ask me. Was still trying to make its way to some more bases. Bomdagor had effectively taken all of his bases over here. This one was just getting back in, so they each had all 7 bases on, well, no. Bomdagor had all 7 bases on his side. KsPMind had mined out 5 of 7. Bomdagor had mined out, well, there's 1, 2, almost 3. Not quite. So I think what happened there was Bomdagor just had better use of his money. And that ended the game. So that was the Friday Faff for today. Send me any kind of interesting replays that may or may not throw my voice out. This is the whole thing done in times 2 because it was a long-ass game. Look at that. 50 minutes, 48 seconds. Bomdagor pulled that one out. Definitely deserved that win just from the control he maintained over this game. Leave me a comment down below. Send me an email, ziggityzig@gmail.com. I'm really glad I filled up on water. Follow me on Twitter, @ZiggyStarcraft. Bomdagor, you jerk, man. You made me lose my voice with this game. Such a good back and forth. Really excellent game. Fantastic end game. That's all I got to say because I'm out of voice. Stay tuned.